we're going to see how they both destroy each other because me personally, I don't like Were Fubara and I obviously don't like Were Wike.
Yes.
And if Fubara becomes successful, he will be the future Were Wike or the future Rotimi Amechi. To my
Absolutely,
second
man.
point,
Absolutely.
to my second point, the reason why Nigerians did not go out to protest this time around when Showore was calling them out, or it was one of the people, motivating them to come out and ask for the end of this mess, is because I honestly predicted this would happen, and it did. They didn't show up. It's because they've been broken.
Hmm.
The people have been completely broken mentally, psychologically, financially, physically, even physically.
Physically.
Like the people, majority of the citizens don't even have enough nutrition in their body or energy to go out there and be protesting. They would rather just collect food and survive for the day. People are living day to day at this time. So it's unfortunate. It kind of reminds me of, obviously I wasn't born during the colonial era, but during the colonial era, for the most part, people did not revolt against the British. Yes, there were some pockets of revolt. We had Fumilayo Ransom Kuti revolted against the Alake of Egbaland so that the Alake would tell the British controllers. Same thing happened, I believe, in maybe it might have been Enugu, the Enugu women's riot
The
or
Aba
Asaba
women
women's
riot,
riot.
which
I can't
started
remember.
from Aba, you're right.
Aba,
And that one was pretty
exactly.
much to
So, yeah,
resist the taxation as well. When they insisted that
yeah, from the
women must be
colonial.
taxed as well, they were like, no, we won't be taxed.
But apart from these small pockets of revolts that happened, there weren't a lot of revolts against the colonial system.
I see.
And that was because people were completely mentally, physically, and psychologically broken. It had to take Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah, to inspire a revolution amongst African people. Then the British willfully gave the fake independence to the fake contraption. So we are back in that same cycle today in 2024, where we are under a colonial rule once again. But this time around, it's not by the British. Well, we still have that colonial rule by the British because the people ruling us now are the fellow so-called Nigerians, and they are ruled by the colonial British. So that is still ongoing, and it's unfortunate. And I'll go to my third point. Sorry, I'm taking so much time.
No, you are free,
We've been
man.
trying to.
Please.
We have a bunch of things to say. We've been trying to call in for 3 days,
I
but
know.
we've not had the opportunity.
I know.
Okay. Um. So finally, let's talk about Falana and Iniebe. So the issue with that is that although I'm not one of those people that would completely throw someone away, throw the baby out with the basket because they've done something wrong, I can still give people the benefit of doubt sometimes. But as far as that only extends to Iniebe, it doesn't extend to Falana for me. Falana, I can throw him into the complete garbage forever. I don't give a damn about Falana. Iniebe, on the other hand, I respect some things he has done as far as
I do as well. It's so
standing up.
unfortunate the level is actually like is going. Baba, this guy is actually drafting briefs on how to sue people. Like he's drafting it. He's actually leading charges. It's the Falana's lawyer right now, writing everybody, suing everybody because they want to protect name of Falanos.
And it boils down to that big manism of the fake contraption Nigeria. The fake contraption Nigeria creates powerful people, weak institutions. So the poor people that make up the majority are forced to worship the few powerful people. So Falana happens to be one of the few powerful people, and Iniebe is hurt that who is this very dark man?
Yeah.
Although even we've had criticisms for very dark man. We once called him very daft
an
man.
upright person, right? He can wake up tomorrow and say something rubbish like Sheun Kuti. You get that now? Sheun is also pretty much not somebody that you can use as a textbook, a definition of somebody who has sense all the time, right? But whenever they say something that this is right? I don't judge them based on other things. But if you have to condemn the right thing they are doing simply because of, come on, that's irrational to me.
Simply because of big manism, brother. Simply because of he wants very dark man to worship his big man, his chairman, who is Falano. And that's what the issue is. And all of this is not sustainable, but it is what it is. I hope people will find a way to not give all these people the respect that they are demanding. Okay. If you find yourself ever subconsciously respecting them, make sure that you train yourself to say, no, these guys don't deserve any respect. These guys deserve to be in prison for the mess that they've put us in. And we're all waiting for the organic collapse of the contraption. Thank you so much, Michael.
Bless you. The African Wahala, my man. Here is another caller.
We're all waiting for the
Hello there.
collapse of the contraption. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Amaigo.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, sir.
Dami, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
Bless you, sir. Please.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Baba.
I mean, I've always listened, but then there's this lack of urge to call in, and it can be disconnected from the fact that everything is just tiring. Anyway,
it can really be.
a lot has
It's
been
exhausting. Sometimes when people ask me, how are you doing it, Mayegun? I said, well, I just have to. If all of us feel so exhausted, right? At the end of the day, we're just going to probably just remain in the pool of ignorance or like I don't careism, and we should care, no matter how much we, we should.
Yes, we really have to, and I think I will start from that point of being the point that we have to care, and I would say there's something I've been doing for a while now. I've been trying to, conduct an informal study on Nigeria and why some of the things that have been happening are happening. I mean, I've always heard people say we have the best brains in the world and all. So I put up one or two things to, understand what exactly is a problem. So I looked at the indices of poverty, people queuing up for bread and yam. I know you've been seeing a lot of these online. But but then something really strikes me all of the time. I, try to just keep a calm to understand this situation. And that thing is the fact that, yes, we have people with certificates that are really, I don't know, I don't want to use the word they don't have sense. But for the want of a better,
because in the last 5 years at least, I have come to realize that those who parade themselves as educated people with certificates are more dangerous than those who don't have any certificate.
You just nailed
about all that is wrong with Nigeria. Their support for it is more dangerous than those who didn't go to school at all. So yeah,
my brother, you just nailed
selfishness.
I just have to say to you that you just nailed the results of the discovery of my study on the head. I mean, they are more dangerous than any other thing.
Their thought process is more so dangerous than those who didn't go
very, very dangerous. Very, 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 very dangerous. And I want to let me start from here. Let me say that I want to congratulate you specifically for what you are and who you are. And there's a reason I'm saying that. I'm saying this because, trust me, Nigeria has a lot of very intelligent people, but they don't have brilliant people. And I want to say you are one of the brilliant people.
Thank you.
I will tell you the difference between both and what I found out. For me, I'm one of the most vocal people against Reno mockery online. And whenever I speak, I've realized that there are some people he set against me to tackle whatever I say, and I don't give them responses anyway. So, but I now found out something he did recently. All he has been doing, I've been trying to tell people that the attack on Igbo, the attack on Obi, this guy has something he's looking for. Eventually, he got what he wanted. So now this is where I'm going. This guy is intelligent and he's brilliant, but he's using his brilliance the wrong way, and that's the difference between you and him. He understands that a lot of Nigerians don't think And that is where brilliance is different from intelligence. Intelligence is just a matter of cognition. You can read, you can understand, you can write. It has to do with how you use your mental capacity and all. But I don't know if you are familiar with the saying that it takes more than intelligence to speak or write intelligently.
I have.
I don't know if it's
I do. I am
okay.
very much
Then,
I'm familiar with that as well. Because
if
I
you
call them
have,
con men, people who can use their intelligence, right, to sway
yes,
opinions and then use that same to con the people into making them believe it's on their side. It is dubious.
exactly.
I've seen it many times. People have done it many times. You use
it
what
is
looks like an
dubious.
intelligence to speak like you're on the side of the people, and you hand their trust. Meanwhile, it was all for commercial stuff, right? For personal gain.
Exactly. It is dubious, but I believe that with the amount of certificated people and this big paper rubbish we have in Nigeria, a lot of people should be able to understand these things. But unfortunately, they cannot. So I was able to draw a line between what intelligence is as opposed to what brilliance is. So I'm like, these people are intelligent, but they are not brilliant. They are intelligent because they can read, they can write, their mental capacity could stop some things. But the brilliance is in the fact that you need creativity, you need analytical thinking to be able to deduce that these guys are actually dribbling you, these guys are conning you. And this is what the people
they make
do not have.
people like us, if they make it hard and difficult for people to trust people like us. I still have people who believe that this Mayegun too, this Mayegun too. No, it's a matter of time, Jerry. This Mayegun too, very soon. Instead go. I have been dealing with that many times. I am not here to prove anything to anybody. I've said that many times, okay? But the likes of Reno and Co., they make it difficult for people to actually take us to heart or what we say. Because to them, give them money.
Do you know something, sir? You know something, sir? One of the most difficult things for me to do now is engage people in conversations. I don't like doing it anymore because by the time you say 1, 2, 3 things, I see through you already. And I'm like, no, I don't want to get into this murky water with this person. Good. I just keep to myself. So it baffles me so much that people I'm supposed to respect, probably because of the paperwork you have and the research you claim you've done and all. By the time you open your mouth, I feel irritated.
That's why.
Because these are things you should know.
And they tell people that you see, you should keep your mouth shut. Because the moment let people guess that you are intelligent, and until you open your mouth, if you don't open your mouth, you will erase all doubts. You say, you tell of damn it, you know that kind of level. And we have had that with some of our elder brothers. So people where we think say they get sense.
Oh my God!
When they open their mouth, you are just like I should be a you pisha.
Oh my! Lastly, before I go, so that I'll allow others to also speak here, I want to also commend you again for some of the things you've said about the pastorpreneurs. And I would like to, tell the Christians among us on this temple to go and watch what their daddy has said about the fact that you don't need tithe and offering to be able to get to heaven. He has come out and apologized. So more are still coming. Abel Damina is doing a great work revealing some things about these people. Yes, I know the Abel Damina himself is not 100% pure because he says some things that are stupid too. But then, the fact that he's doing some things to actually force these people out of their comfort zone to come out and apologize to the people is something. So, and about Wike and Fubara, like African Wala said, I don't really think we should be interested that much because if Wike wins, it is not good for the people. If Fubara wins, it is also not good for the people. So at the end of the day, we are all in it for. So
we are the
just have a wonderful time, Gary.
You too, man. Thank you very much. Okay, Dabi, you have a good night. Okay. See, people need to understand that when these guys fight themselves, the people are the losers. If you go on and share them on, which is what most people do all the time, you share them on, you kind of feel like yes, Fubara should deal with him, and all of that stuff. But where does the people stand in all of this? At the end of the day, an enemy, because they are all your enemies, though, right? So if one gets, caught short, it gives the other a bit of leverage, and that leverage is for him to replace the one that just got caught short, and then we are the losers. Unfortunately, here is another caller. Hello there.
Mr. Marigon, good evening.
Good evening, brother.
Nice outfit.
Oh, thank you. I wanted to say thank you to the person who got me this. It's Yomi Totu. Yomi Totu now, one special friend of mine, right? And I bet he's seated there and I'll be like, I love how this clothes looks on the Mayegun. I love it too. And I appreciate all those who have commented on it, okay? Maybe I should wear more of it. Yeah. Thank you, Daniel. Yeah. How is Port Harcourt this evening?
Well, I'm not in Port Harcourt.
Oh, where are you?
I'm not in Port Harcourt. I'm in UK. This is older.
Sorry. I don't miss Kotabo. There is a Dan from Port Harcourt. Okay, Baba. I take that back. How are you, Baba?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it is. Well, the mixture of mental poverty and, like this man said, big manism.
Mm-hmm.
The mixture of that together, mental poverty and big manism, then you become unable to see far beyond of the horizons, where you can see far what is going to happen if something like this is happening now. So it means you don't have that capacity. You don't have wisdom, right? No matter how learned somebody is or whatever, if you don't have that wisdom, how exposed they're supposed to be. If that's your capacity or capability of having, to be able to, to judge the outcome of something, then that means you've lost. So those people who are saying that, this is APC, this is APC or whatever, those ones you will be able to. I mean, as for me, the way I see it is that they still don't understand what is coming. So what they are just kind of looking for that immediate gratification. So where people will just give them a little bit of money and that's it. They don't understand what is about to happen. And if you remember what Tinubu said the other time when he was saying, let's widen the tax net and so on. It is not. It is not talking to the people. It's talking to the people who held the power at that time, right? And if you remember again, when Tinubu said, let the poor breathe, he was actually saying the opposite of what they discussed inside their office that day when Buhari was beside him. Let the poor, because the Buhari must have been asking him, okay, how are you going to go about, because we've already looted all the dollars, all the foreign currency. How are you going to go about it to cover us all? Because what Tinubu is doing now is covering the immediate past government, right? And then he has to make it so hard for people to earn naira, and that naira is even losing value because there is not enough material out there. There's no enough food. So they have to ration it. Yes. So people are rationing by making that money to be hard to earn. And then even if you don't have that money, you will have to have a lot of it before you can buy, something tangible, right? So I think by that we should be able to connect the dots, right? So Tinubu is not working for anybody; he's working for the past immediate government, and then because of his big manism, and then he wants to show them that, look, I'm the one, I can do it. That's the reason why he immediately announced that, okay, subsidy has gone on the first day. Right, so to make
it, did not
prove
it. Note that he's going to pay for subsidy. I remember.
Yeah, so those are just so to prove to them, to those body that, look, I can do it. In fact, I will eat the ground running. Is eating the ground running into making things hard to cash in as much as possible, to make it hard for people to earn, to buy, even if you earn, you can't buy much. And how many people are rich? The middle class are subsiding anyway. So very soon we won't even have any middle class anymore. So it has to be very poor and very rich. And those very rich, by day, their money, apart from the one that have kept, their dollars in the house, like them, and
it's so real, Baba.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah. So yes, until the present government now is held in on that. Okay, what's until Nigeria come to their senses and plot a serious revolt, before, and if that is not happening, believe me, nothing is going to happen. Yeah,
done.
That's it.
Thank you so much,
That's
Baba.
all.
Let me take another one as well. Okay, I appreciate you. Man. Thank you very much. Okay, I have another caller on the line, and I believe. Okay, I'll just let them introduce themselves. Hello there.
On the line.
Yes, my good evening. Thank God I'm getting you today.
You finally got me today. Good evening, man.
I can't believe you. I'm fine, thank you.
Great. Everybody can hear you, so you might need to mute that broadcast now that you are online. I mean, you have connected yourself now, okay? And let's talk. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let me just.
Or go to another room if there are other people watching.
I've been so tired of the whole thing. If you watch, I've not been calling. Sometimes I try to call and I will not pull through.
I know. I'm so sorry. Now you are
talk
here.
About.
Go on now.
From what? Let me start from the last caller. Tinubu is not working for any past government.
Right.
Tinubu is working for himself. There was the time I called you here, and I told you that Tinubu will end up capturing the whole of Nigeria, and people were thinking I was lying. I was the person that said one certain time that the government will end up being a monarchy government. That Remi Tinubu will take over from Tinubu if we don't wake up from sleep. Now,
it's already happening.
Tinubu cannot be working for the past governors or presidents, and he's buying a private jet. So he's working for himself. A government that is working for the previous one will minimize things to protect the previous ones if he wants to protect them. But from what you are seeing out there is not what we are seeing. We are seeing the people that want to live a luxury life in the expense of Nigerian citizens. We are seeing people that want the best of aircraft, the best of Fiat, the best of hotel, the best of everything. And there's something you people don't understand. You people, I keep on telling people that they don't. Tinubu did not just create ministers because he wants to create ministers, because he has a lot of people to compensate. And that is why you are seeing this reshuffling coming up now. The first set has gone quietly. Second set will go and download their own wealth. They will go until he has settled everybody and captured everybody on his side. Those that are voting, he will skip. Even this Reno Mokari, all of them will see enter seats. And that is why they are loyal to him. This is all agreement. That is no. Everybody is quietly waiting for his own position. So all this one that are saying that is working for this guy saying he's working for the previous person. He's not working for any previous person. Tinubu is working for himself and his family.
You know why I'm going to agree with you before you continue, ma'am, right? Is this. When he said subsidy was gone, what he did for that first month was to replace who receives that subsidy. So that people will believe that it was gone. And IMF that told him to go and remove it, they also came back and said, he's now paying double. To who? To himself.
To who? That's what I'm saying. What is it? You will be so shocked that everything you people are seeing that is going, that are not doing this. Tinubu owns almost everything in Nigeria now. I'm just, if you can remember my voice far back, you remember. I said it.
I do now.
And this guy you're seeing now that you people are calling Tinubu, Remi Tinubu, forming virtuous woman. He's he's a man that has a long-term plan in whatever he does.
So we're told
Remi Tinubu entered into that place to study the atmosphere. She gained the grant, captured the grant, gives his husband the feedback. That's what you're seeing today.
She spent 12 years in the Senate. 12 years to understand the budgeting, to understand the money, to understand all the power and all of that intrigue and all that. Oh,
exactly.
You are so
she was
right.
not a regime member before.
Hey.
She entered with him, quietly entered with him, studied with him, understudied them, and got them to his pockets. Now, I want to come to that of Fubara. I don't want to say much. Other people will come and say their own because I have a lot to say, but not today.
You can say all you want to say right now. I want to listen. Go on.
You know Fubara's case, Wike's case. The other guy was saying that he doesn't care anybody. I care for Fubara to win the case.
Right.
Do you know why I care?
Tell
See,
us.
they will understand that no man owns the land. If you are powerful today, tomorrow it will be another person's turn. It is the issue of